Man, DMania is a mixed guy. You know, I got different sides of me because of my different paths that I've taken in life, and I am one of those guys who express it in the music. And the reason I call myself the people's opinion is because I feel like I've been in different areas of life that allow me to talk about what other people have experienced. So that's who DMania is. I can tell you why the people's opinion. Well, for starters, when I started working with my producer, SilasBeats, he's the one, I remember when we started working out, he was like, hey man, every artist has some sort of slogan, like you gotta have a slogan. And he just kept saying that to me every time I go to record. I'm like, why the hell do I have to come up with a slogan? It's hard enough coming up with a name that he forced me to come up with too. So so eventually when I used to record, I realized that a lot of the things I was touching on was like other people's experiences. And then it just came to me one day just before a recording session. It's like the people's opinion, and it stuck. How I got into hip hop was that I've actually been a fan of hip hop from the time I was a kid. My brother and I, we used to, like, walking back from preschool. I mean, I was not really saying anything, but we were trying to rap. I just remember walking back from preschool and being with my older brother, and we were trying to rap, and it didn't make sense, but we were trying it, man. And we used to record a lot of music on the TV as kids on a VCR, and I don't even know if people still know what that is, but yeah, we used to record that on a VCR, and whenever the hip hop songs came on, I just used to get this feeling of, damn, I love this thing, I love this genre. Yeah, I've just always loved hip hop. So I am from a small town in the Eastern Cape, Mount Fletcher. It's just past Diaries. So people have heard of that for some reason. I think it's because of a TV show or something. They've heard of that. So I'm just past there. That's the next town in line. Very small town, small community problems, and not much going on actually. But I mean, lots of people have come from there and gone on to the big city. So what happened when I moved to Cape Town in 2008? I was going there for study purposes. I was going to study physiotherapy. And I hadn't taken rapping seriously at the time. But then when I got there, one of the first people I actually met is my current producer, SilasBeats. And we met because he was doing physiotherapy also. And you know, it just so happened that he made beats. And at the time, I was still just writing lyrics just for the sake of it. You know, wanting to be a rapper, but at the same time, I was like, is it actually possible? And then I went to his room. I think it was the first or second day of varsity, and I went to his room. There he was, you know, not even a MIDI controller, just a computer screen and Logic speakers. And he played me the first beat, and man, I was blown away. I was like, how is someone, you know, my age able to create this? And here I am just still writing lyrics on the computer or on a piece of paper. Here's someone actually, I just always thought he was at the next level, you know. So my relationship with Silas kicked off when we started making music in varsity. From that first day, like I said, went to his room, and literally if not every chance, but every Friday, I know for a fact, we used to end early on a Friday, classes, and from like 12 o'clock all the way till 10, 11, 12, we were in his room. We used to eat, you know, rusks. They were his rusks, so basically I fucked up his rusks, and I fucked up his Milo, and that was our food from 12 till 12 at night, man. And I used to walk back at night, and we would have just made music and just spoken about life. So yeah, man, we were tight at the time. Before I made the switch from physiotherapy to medicine, then I saw less of him. So when I would see him, we'd like have to work, you know, get stuff out and churn out music and then head out. So for a couple of years, it was that kind of working relationship. But we did, obviously, like friends do, go out and do other things. I worked with Tapua. I worked with a girl that was also studying medicine called, her name was Ola. Yeah, she sang on one of those emotional songs. She was singing the chorus. I worked with Mongs Baritone, and yeah, I think he's still making music. I don't know what happened to him. He went quiet after a while, but I remember he was pushing the music thing strong for many years. And I also worked with Dr. X, who now is EXE. I don't know. He switched up his name a few times. He's pulled a P Diddy on us. So my freestyle series that I had was over popular songs, or songs that were already known. It was just remixes to them. And the whole point behind that was to, get my name out there. I'd really decided that I wanted to make the project, but I needed to release it to an audience. And SilasBeats had always been telling me that, get more music out there so you get a bit more of an audience, especially when you want to release a project. So I did that, and I just one day went onto YouTube, just flicked through, instrumentals. And I was like, okay, I used to love this song, let's put some lyrics on it. And I'd go once a week just to go record these songs, and then straight up the next day, get them on the internet. So, DMania, the style itself, and how I rap, has obviously been a process. I mean, everyone when they come out and start rapping or making music, they're gonna sound like somebody. Then most likely they'll sound like their idol or whoever they're trying to rap like. Everyone has done that, even the most famous people when they first came out. And my heroes, or the people that inspired me to rap, were Ludacris and Eminem and Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. So those three things is where, my foundation was laid in terms of rap. And the first song that actually made me, I think I was in grade 8. First song that made me want to rap was, like, really want to rap, was Roll Out by Ludacris. And what I loved about that song was how ridiculous everything was. He just took situations and made them really, I don't know if the word is expansive or what, just greater than what the situation was or what it meant. I mean, that song was ridiculous. If you want to go back and listen to it, you're just like, what are you on about? My policy on working with other artists, producers, it's simple, really. You've got to be good. I just explain how I search for quality and I search, for perfection and stuff like that. From working with you, even if you're not perfect, even if I'm not perfect, but I see the effort that you put in. If it's another producer, I haven't worked with many other producers, especially when it comes to beats, because Silas has a whole catalog of beats. So there's 2,000 projects I could make on his beats alone. But if you are going to be another producer, hand me something that's just different. And with working with other artists, actually, if you send me something, which a lot of people don't, I think only artist that's done that is In The Room, and that's Chaz, where I got a track from Silas, and he just said, it's missing a chorus, it's missing a verse. So I made a chorus, I made a verse. I really liked the beat already, I really liked Chaz's verse on it. So I did that, I wrote it, and I was like, I really like this song. Featuring on someone else's track, I am gonna ask for money, and I'll tell you why. Because another guy wanted to make a project, and he wanted to feature me, and I was like, okay, cool. Let's meet. He gave me an address to the studios. This studio was in Soweto somewhere, so it was a couple of K's away. And Soweto, if you don't know Soweto, then you're gonna feel like, hey, nah, I've entered life here. So I drove to Soweto by myself, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm at the address. And this guy, didn't answer the phone, and I called, and I was like, dude, I'm at this address, where are you? And he just never showed up, and I never, got a response that day. The next day, this guy sent me a message, oh, sorry, man, you know, I was trying to put the guys together and stuff like that. Like, to me, that wasted so much of my time. My new project, Ilali To City. It's a collection, obviously, of the music I've been doing over the couple of years, but I have focused on rapping more in vernac, because in the previous project I didn't do that, and I just felt, like I said, I just felt like as times were changing in the country, I needed to evolve with it. I mean, artists don't want to say, but rapping in vernac goes a long way. You can reach a bigger audience and people can relate better, because we're in a country with 11 different languages. You know, sometimes they don't care what vernac it is. It's just they can relate to it because it is in vernac. It feels like you're speaking to them. If you're going to speak in English the whole time, you're leaving out a large population. I'm not saying you're not going to be successful, but you're leaving out a large population. Your message might not get across. It'll definitely be this year, man. Like, the track itself, Banzula, that one for me is something I'm going to push. I'm going to push to the radios. I'm going to push wherever I can to get that song out there. The reason I chose that song specifically is it's not too serious. It's a fun song. It is something we all can relate to in this country, because as you know, Banzula, as you know, it's our dance, man. It's what we do specifically. You don't get it anywhere else unless Beyonce comes and she makes a video and she steals it. But other than that, you know, it's not known to the world. It's our thing, and it speaks on a few truths about, you know, situations that I had in the past. It's not serious situations, it's actually ridiculous ones, but some of the things that I go on about in that song are actually true about my childhood and things that happened. But first of all, I'd like to shout out to SilasBeats, #1 beat maker, producer in this country. You just don't know it yet, but you're gonna know it soon enough. And I'd like to shout out to my girl, my wife-to-be, and my baby, Zanaya. I'd like to make a shout out to them. They're my everything. And yeah, I think those are top people that inspire me. Shout out to my brother, Loisa Madinga, up and coming stand-up comedian. You guys are gonna know. You're gonna know that name soon enough. Big shout out to my family, everyone there. And lastly, shout out to, actually second to last, shout out to all the artists that are featured on the new project, Ilali To City. We're gonna do things, and you know, my come up is their come up, their come up is my come up, I would like to think. And lastly, shout out to the Black Smith, representing Eastern Cape. Without things like this, we are nobody. We gotta come up as a province. That's it. TPO, we out.
Rappers weak, I should call them 7 plus 4, welcome to 11, like December 24th. I am wrapping up the present, now we in the future where the music's heaven sent. Welcome to the future, stop living past tense. Enjoy it while you can, we just here to die, cause life is a joke with the killer of a punchline.